Hey, what's up, you guys? This is your commissioner speaking. And yes, week 4 is done and over with, and I took another loss, not only to anybody, but to Charles, our newbie of this of our league. But you know what, Charles? You're doing good, buddy. Keep it up. But yeah, you guys, so we definitely had a lot of weird turnouts this week. A lot of the big name people, skunk, and some nobodies stepped up. So let's see who got lucky and who didn't get lucky. All right, so let's check out our hottest quarterback this week. That's right, Mr. Jameis Winston. I believe that's his second week of a really high turnout. He had a whopping 385 yards, 4 touchdowns, 63 points. Unfortunately, it wasn't Aaron's bench, but at least we know his potential now, right? So maybe he'll start him next week, maybe not. But yeah, Winston on the bench this week, but also number one quarterback. Check out our running back. That's right, Nick Chubb. This dude was running insanely crazy. 165 yards, 3 touchdowns, 62 points for Mr. J. So Jay definitely knocked that one out of the water. So yeah, let's check out who, or actually, before I move on to wide receiver, he had the number 3 running back this week as well. He had Leonard Fournette. So he was running with Chubb and Fournette. Fournette, of course, made number 3. McCaffrey made number 2. So FYI. All right. But let's check out our wide receiver. That's right. Chris Godwin, Charles's boy. 172 yards out of 12 receptions, 2 touchdowns, 46 points. So Charles, man, name dropped again. Lucky you. Unfortunately, it's not me getting all these nice, beautiful calls with all these hot players. But Charles, like I said, I'm supporting you, man. Keep it up. All right, so check out our tight end. Austin Hooper, Mr. Leno, dude. We all know what happened, but this was your hottest player this week, okay? Your tight end, 25 points. That's a tough loss, Leno. I feel bad for you, man. But keep your chin up. Your team's still doing good, so don't let that give away. Injuries are killing you big time, and it sucks, man, because you can't prevent it. You can't do nothing about it. So hopefully they'll come back soon and get you back rolling. All right, man? I'm watching you. All right. Ooh, check out our kicker. Yeah, Mr. Matt Gay. That's 2 weeks back to back. He makes our top kicker. 7 extra point attempts. You know what that means, right? 7 touchdowns scored. We had it up there. Mr. Winston, right? Freaking crazy game. Like 55 points, I think they scored. That's crazy. But yeah, so that obviously naturally gave a lot of field goal attempts. Not field goal attempts, but extra point attempts. And 2 additional field goals at 23 points. My boy, the only one I could mention, a kicker. Whatever. All right, check out our defense. It's not a new one. Yep, Mr. Patriots again. So that's Michael's defense. 5 sacks, 4 interceptions, 1 field goal blocked, and also a defensive touchdown. Total 51 points. Michael, that defense, man, that's carrying you like this. Like, this is a cloud, and you're like right there. Like, Michael, here comes Michael. All right, guys, so those were our top players this week. So, I don't think not one of you guys repeated. So we had an Aaron, a Jay, a Charles, a Lino, one for me, and then Michael. So nobody actually repeated positions, but definitely one heck of a week. Like I was mentioning earlier, a lot of big names kind of dropped the ball. But yeah, so I'm gonna have a little teeny extra slide today, calling it or duds, or basically, or all the people that flop, pretty much. And I'm just gonna give you the big names. There's obviously a lot of people that flop on a weekly basis, right? But the big names are the ones that matter on the big when time matters, right? So you know what? Let's get that out of the way right now. Let's check out our freaking duds. So yeah, you saw the list, right? Hopkins, 7 points. Odell Beckham, 4 points. He killed me. And then he's not on the list, but Tom Brady, come on, Tom Brady. He's been averaging 40 plus points, and he got me what, 14? You're lucky. Who was I versing? Charles. Charles. I had a good turnout. Freaking Brady and Beckham screw me over. Ah, but hey, it's all about fantasy, right? You can't predict it. So yeah, Aaron Thielen, 2 points. Marlon Mack, I think he got hurt, so keep an eye on his injury status, and if not, get ready to pick out the backup. Wilkins, he's available. So in case Mack doesn't play, why not, right? Maybe. All right, so Sammy Watkins, we mentioned that earlier in the season that he was doing pretty hot. 5 points, pretty sad. Keenan Allen, 9 points, pretty sad. Mr. Juju Smith, 4.5. And then lastly, this one I had to mention because he's been averaging maybe 20 plus points per game, at least in the last two previous weeks. Gabriel's McCall Hardman from Kansas City, -0.1. You lost points by starting that guy today. Well, this week. Last week. So yeah, that sucks. So anyway, guys, I think those were the biggest flops, and it always sucks, when you see that. Can't predict it, especially the big names. You draft them high for a reason, and they suck. So yeah, another thing I wanted to talk about, you guys, is yeah, not only your power ranking, but I I noticed it because of my numbers, right? So we see everybody's power rank that tells you how much people get scored, right? How many points your team scores. But what we don't really see is how many points people score on you. And I don't know. I personally saw those numbers and I was like, I have a whopping 929 points scored against my team. That is the highest out of anybody in the league. No surprise, I'm actually losing. I'm on a 2 game losing streak, but I'm over a 1-3. But yeah, 900 points scored against me. Damn. So you know that if you're gonna verse me, you're gonna score some massive points. Because my team's been doing pretty decent. It just my opponents happen to use light to go off against me. We had that Michael with a record-breaking freaking week. I mean, sorry, Anthony. Anthony with a record-breaking week. But yeah, Anthony went out for me as well, and obviously Charles just scored another 200 points against me. So everybody's guaranteed 200 points. So Teresa, you and I, girl, this week. So you're gonna go over 200 points, and you're gonna win by 100. So that's my average right now. All right, you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys finish up the rest of the video. The matchup to look out this week is Michael versus Aaron, the two undefeated teams versus each other. So after this week, there's only gonna be one undefeated team. Who's it gonna be? Is it gonna be the Michael Patriots show? or the Aaron with the overall solid team. So we'll see. That's gonna be a good matchup to watch. So like I said earlier, Teresa girl, you're gonna be the MVP this week. I call it because everybody just goes off against me. So you got the good luck. So yeah, so before I let you go, making sure my notes, I cover everything I wanted to cover. We obviously got the top of the season players, right? So we have not much changes there. Might be the same as last week, to be honest. But yeah, we pretty much got everybody I wanted to cover. And as a special request, Mr. Charles requested some help on waiver wires, right? So Gabriel and I kind of looked around, and there's not too many big names out there to pick up, but those Tennessee Titan receivers, Corey Davis and AJ Brown, right? Those have been doing really good lately, and they're both available. So it's Corey Davis and AJ Brown. However, big asterisk, they're facing Buffalo. So if you guys saw what Buffalo did to the Patriots, they might not have a good matchup this week, but overall, I think it might be a good pickup. So if you guys need some wide receivers, Geronimo Allison from Green Bay, he's also up on the incline, so he's been pretty good lately. Cole Beasley, again, some dude that's out in the waiver wire, nobody's picked him up. And like I mentioned earlier, keep an eye on Marlon Mack's injury. I don't think he might miss next week or this coming week. But Jordan Wilkins, who is his backup, he is available. So if you guys want to take a chance at that, there you go. All right, so Corey Davis, AJ Brown, Geronimo Allison, Cole Beasley, and Jordan Wilkins are the potential waiver wire pickups this week. Like I said, not too many big names. Thankfully, not big injuries, that you have to cover them with their backups and their handcuffs. But all right, so that's it for this week. Check out, of course, our MVT team this week, and or Donkey, one of the lowest ones we had in a minute. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna put you any names out there, but I don't want to put you on the spot or anything. But yeah, so all good. Check out the perfect lineup, and see you guys all next week. Okay, peace out.